Hello and welcome to Scratch Paper, a writing-related podcast. My name is Alicia de los Reyes, and this is episode 25. So if you're a new listener, thanks so much for tuning in. This episode is a bit of a departure from the norm. If you're a returning listener, thanks so much for following along. I'm really glad you enjoy the show. And if you want to get these episodes automatically, you can, of course, subscribe to Scratch Paper on iTunes or on Stitcher. And you can find the show notes at my website, aliciadelosreyes.com. So like I said, this is a departure from my usual structure. Usually I give a writing and reading update and then I do a lesson, but this week I am pausing for celebration. This is the second episode I've done that's like a pause for celebration. And the first one a lot of people listened to, so I thought I would do it again. And this time I'm celebrating. I finished writing my draft of my novel, which I've mentioned so many times before on here. It's called Wait, and it's about a psychic who is helping out an evangelical family whose foster daughter has stopped talking. So I am very happy to be done with this novel because it's the first, it's been on my to-do list to finish for like the past 3 months, and I finally did it. So I'm really happy about that, of course. It's a lot longer than any of my drafts that I've written before, which is exciting for me. And yeah, I really enjoyed writing it. But at the same time, I was thinking back to that last celebration episode where I was happy about, I was talking about how I had finished revising Finding Lucy, which was my first novel, and that one was just like pure happiness. And this time around I feel a little bit more mixed feelings because for a few reasons. First, I just did not enjoy revising that draft. It was really hard to do, and the task I was doing was making the voices more different because that first novel, Finding Lucy, is told from the perspective of 3 women. And my task was to make the voices sound different, so it involved a lot of like deleting and rewriting. And I mean, I deleted like maybe 100 pages altogether. It was really demoralizing. So that was a bummer. And then so to be done with that was like a huge relief. I didn't have to do a task I didn't like to do anymore. And this time around, I really liked writing this novel. It was really fun to write, and I love the topic that I was learning about. It was new to me, tarot cards and tarot readers and psychics and things like that. And I liked the place where it was taking place, the Southwest, the setting. So I had a really good time writing it. So now that I'm done, I miss it. And the other reason that I'm feeling a little bit more mixed is because writing drafts, for some reason, is kind of like the backbone of my writing practice in a way that, like, revising or sharing my work like on social media or on my blog is not. So writing a new draft is what like gives structure to the rest of those tasks. So if I'm not working on that particular draft, whatever draft it is that I'm working on, then I'm taking a break from it, and that is a way that I make sense of these other tasks, like recording this podcast. Usually I alternate, like I write and then I will record a podcast, and recording the podcast lets me share what I've done, and it also like gets me excited to write some more. And sometimes it serves as the incentive to make me write more. If I write more, I get to talk to people on the internet. I think that's fun. So yeah, I am kind of like now lacking a structure in my writing life. And I think the other reason that it's a bit more of a problem, it's a good problem to have, but it's a problem, is that I actually have some free time now. My husband's not in grad school anymore. My kiddo is a little bit older, and he naps fairly consistently, knock on wood. So plus I have like childcare already lined up, and I have some family in town. Anyway, for all these reasons, I have more free time, and I'm not like always just trying to get a break or trying to finish my draft. So I am trying to find other purposeful ways to fill my free time. At the same time, I don't want to take on a really big new project because I want to be ready to revise my draft in just a few weeks. My goal is to finish the draft and send it to my agent at the end of the summer. And so I'm taking a break for a few weeks, and then I plan to get back in and revise it. But in the meantime, I am trying to figure out how to occupy myself. And so I wonder what you guys do when you're taking a break from writing. If you want to share, I would totally love to hear. You can find me on Instagram. I'm at likes oatmeal, as in Alicia likes oatmeal. And I'm also on Twitter at likes oatmeal, same handle. And you can also comment on the show notes. They're at aliciadelosreyes.com. So ALICIADELOSREYES.com. So I would totally love it if you went to any of those places, Instagram, Twitter, the show notes, and told me what you do when you're not writing. How do you take a break? Well, thanks so much for listening, and I will be back soon with a normal episode and more writing lessons.